Welcome to our bee series. In this episode, we are going to talk about the different factors that affect honeybee health and ways farmers can manage them. My name is Dr. Beatrice Nganso. I am a research scientist in commercial insect within the environmental health team at ICP. Honeybees are playing a key role in enhancing our food security, but at the same time play a key role in diversifying our biodiversity, and they do that through their pollination services. And at the same time, they also enhance the livelihood of many rural communities across Africa. But then over the past 2 decades, their health has been significantly affected, especially the beekeepers in North America, Europe, and also in the Middle East. They are experiencing significant colony losses. And these losses have been attributed to many factors that sometimes act synergistically to enhance colony mortality. So looking at the different factors that affect honeybee health, we have pesticide, mainly the agrochemicals that farmers use to control pests and also to weed, the herbicide, drastic change in land use caused by the growing human population, and these affect the bee forage resources, mainly nectar and pollen. It reduces their abundance in the field. We also have pests and diseases, and also the pressure that we as humans exert on the colony, that is through selective breeding, that reduce the diversity of the bees within the hive. The more diverse the bees are within the hive, what we call in science intercolonial diversity, the more they are able to withstand different biotic and abiotic traits that they are facing. In the recent years, it has been clear that a specific pest called Varroa and his associated viruses are playing a role. They have been considered as key player in honeybee decline. So Varroa is a pest that was originally confined to Southeast Asia, but later on moved to Apis mellifera colony from its original host called Apis serena. And since then, the health of Apis mellifera has not been the same because they don't have the innate mechanisms that the Apis serena have to counteract the mite infestation. It feeds mainly on the fat body, but also the hemolymph of the bee, depriving them of their essential nutrient that they need to mount a immune response against any pathogen. They are susceptible to secondary pests like viruses, and some of these viruses are vectored by also Varroa, especially the deformed wing viruses that cause deformity in the wings. Now, for the other viruses, we mainly do it by PCR because visually you can detect it. We found that our bees seems to be resistant to Varroa and the associated viruses, and these studies have mainly been conducted in Kenya, South Africa, and Ethiopia, where we have been able to detect it through ICP and also our external partner key mechanisms that play a role in reducing the mite infestation in the hive. You have, for instance, grooming behavior, ability to remove the mite off their body and so off their colonies. Varroa sensitive hygiene. So it is a behavior that is specifically directed to cells, young bees that are developing. So if a young bee is developing within the hive and it has Varroa in there, the bees have that ability to detect that infested cell and get rid of it out of the colonies. What we do within our lab, we collect Varroa and the bee in the field, and in the lab we extract RNA using our tissue lyser machine, and then we use PCR to detect the different viruses that are associated with the mite and with the bees. Also, we extract DNA from pollen in the field and from honey to understand their plant origin. This allows us to assess if the landscape where the farmers keep their colony is suitable for beekeeping, because there are some plants, they are rich in nectar and pollen. If these plants are more diverse in the field, they also enhance the health of the bees in this area. For the pesticide residues, we also check their level within honeybee product pollen, honey, propolis, and even within the bee themselves, to make sure that they are not above the maximum residue limit set by the EU. Some farmers, they do beekeeping alongside the farming activity. So we have to advise them when to spray your crop and when not to. So you usually spray your crops when bees are within the hive in the evening, so that it reduces their exposure to this herbicide or insecticide you are using in your farm. In our various projects at ECP, nice workshop with the farmers. We train the farmers on best practices for beekeeping. What should you do to avoid maybe infestation by the wax moth, by the large hive beetle? What will you do to reduce pesticide residues in the field? What will you do to enhance the diversity of forage resources in your apiary, so that it will increase your productivity, but at the same time increase the health of your bee?
In bioprospecting, we are involved in the discovery, development, and production of plant-based products for the control of bee pests and diseases. One of the interventions that we've been able to discover is a product that is able to tackle the Varroa mite, and this has been discovered from a traditionally used plant called Osmum kilimanjaricum. Traditionally, it was being used as a fumigant and also for relief of cough and flu, which is highly foraged by bees. But at the same time, we discovered that it can be able to repel Varroa mites. But at the same time, it has an effect to the small hive beetle, which are repelled and run away from the hive, as such protecting the bee in the hive. In this particular case, we've come up with a product we are calling Apicure. Apicure is a product, is a fumigant, which when introduced in the hive, it is able to fumigate the hive, so that we have the Varroa mite dropping and the small hive beetles being repelled from the hive. We recommend that after 7 days you can introduce another piece for effective control of the Varroa mite. We have tested this product in Western Kenya, at the coastal region, in the eastern part of the country, in other parts of Africa, that is Ethiopia, Liberia, Madagascar, just to see if at all there is any variation in terms of ecological regions. And we have received very consistent data that the product is effective. Traditionally, whenever farmers are faced by pest problems, they always go for acaricides, the synthetic products already in the market. But these particular products have negative effects to the environment, to the human, and also generally to the well-being of the colony of the bees. This is the end of this particular episode, but look out for more that is in the pipeline, but always remember to subscribe.